Hi, I'm Satish Sharma. I'm one of the co-founders of Unyscape. Unyscape is a performance agency. We have been doing different digital performance projects for the last 12, 13 years, having clients across the world, and some of the clients are in India, majority of them are outside India. And this is probably the first video in a long series we are likely to do, where we will be talking about a few nuances, a few things which we discuss a lot with our prospective customers and existing customers. Right? So the question of the day today is, because we are a performance agency, one of the most popular questions customers ask is, okay, here is my revenue, this is what my baseline is for last 1 year or for a quarter, and this is where I want to take it 12 months from here on. Whenever a customer asks these questions, we ask them, okay, tell me how do you get currently whatever you get. Right? So these kind of questions actually not only happen for paid performance projects where you know that you are spending this kind of money, you are getting this kind of revenue, but customers ask this question for organic performance projects as well. Right? So once again, to narrow down today's agenda further, the discussion point today is when a customer asks us that I get, let's say, 6 million traffic and I get these many $1 million as revenue from my organic channel as attributed in Google Analytics or any analytics platform they use, attributed to organic. And I want to take it there. How do I do it? So our question, the counter question is, before we go there, let us talk about how do you get whatever you get. So, and there are many similar scenarios which we have seen. So somebody tells us, okay, in last 1 year my organic traffic has gone up by 200%, but my revenue gone up by only 20%. So why is it happening? Something is wrong. Is my website broken? So the answer to the question that how do you get whatever you get is to understand clusters, to understand segments, right? To break organic traffic in smaller segments and check which segments perform better than others. Right? And if when you are growing your traffic or when you are planning to grow your traffic, can you actually grow traffic to the segments which are currently performing? Right? So that's the direction. Right? So two most popular segments, right, which happens in organic is brand search traffic and non-brand search traffic. So 2011, the people like me who have been in that industry long enough, they know that till 2011, Google Analytics used to show search keywords in analytics itself. Now it doesn't show it doesn't show majority of those keywords. More than 95% it does not show. When they decided this on a lighter note, when they decided it 10 years back, they were saying it was all about privacy, not to help with privacy. They were actually guarding their interest in paid search. They wanted to reduce visibility of keyword performance to organic traffic so that people ultimately stay unaware about what is happening and then move more money to paid. And they, as usual, they have been very successful in their attempt. So coming back to the idea of how do I segment brand search, how do I segment organic traffic in brand search and non-brand? So where do I have this data correctly? I have this data in Google Search Console. Google Search Console, if you have teams skilled enough in R, Python and can access Search Console APIs, you can take out all the data, put it in your BigQuery, and writing few query strings, you can clearly divide this much traffic I got from brand search and this much traffic I got from non-brand. So now, let's say you are getting million traffic and 40% traffic is coming from brand, 60% is coming from non-brands. Now, how do I map that whatever this 40% traffic is there from brand, what is the performance of it? And that is where the game lies. So we were serving one of the largest D2C brand in India. They are a $1 billion company. They came to us saying they want to grow their SEO traffic. When we did this data analysis, we realized that 80% of their traffic was from brand, but 98% revenue was from brand. Right? So that revelation was a big revelation for the leadership of that D2C brand. How do we actually do it? So there are multiple ways. Right? So now when we have understood the importance of segmenting data, how do we actually do it? So before we get into complex analytics and technology-driven solutions, let's pick up a small, simple model. First thing we should do is to go to Google Analytics, pick up, obviously organic traffic only, pick up top 10 URLs by conversion. Right? Take them out in an Excel sheet, go to Google Search Console for every URL of high performing URL, every URL, pick up the keywords on that URL is currently performing. That you can do from Search Console. Merge those two Excel sheets. Now you have an Excel sheet which says top 10 URLs with highest conversion rate, highest volume of conversion rate, conversions. You put it in a place, and then you can very clearly say what percentage of this traffic is coming from brand, what percentage is coming from non-brand. Okay. Another model, which is what we used for the D2C brand. The D2C brand was spending around $250,000 a month on their brand search campaigns, paid campaigns, right? So in Google Ads, we had very clear data on which keyword with how much conversion rate, what was the average order value. You have reference data in Google AdWords, you have another master data set in Google Search Console, you integrate them in BigQuery, and with different forecasting models and mapping models, you are able to say whatever traffic I got from organic, how much is the revenue. Right? So, especially in e-commerce scenarios, when you have reference data very clearly available in different paid search models, paid search campaigns, then you can very easily do it by if you're using any kind of data integration or cloud system. But in scenarios where you don't have reference data, let's say reference data from Google Ads, you don't have a brand which is not running Google Ads at all. Right? How do I do that? So, and we did it recently, 3 days back, one of the largest company in an app making space, the app making product SaaS space, they said very confidently, no, we don't, we get only 20% of brand traffic and I don't care about brand traffic. I am only interested in non-brand because majority of traffic comes from non-brand and majority of revenue must be coming from. So I opened their Google Analytics and I showed that 70% of your registrations are coming from homepage journey. Right? People coming on homepage and they're converting. I'm talking about only organic. 70% of your registrations are coming from homepage and 98% of your homepage traffic is actually brand traffic. The one thing with absolute confidence I can say within 30 seconds that your 70% registration is coming from people who are looking for you. And that is where the brands make significant significant mistakes. Right? Because they don't segment it, they continue investing in the wrong zone and then later on realize there's no business in that. That is where brand has to understand it very clearly. Whatever traffic you are getting on organic, majority of it is from brand, whatever revenue you are getting, majority of it is from brand. How are you getting brand? So when you hire an agency and you say that grow my revenue from organic, please tell them what are the 100 different things you are going to do for improving your brand search volume. Because SEO agency is not going to do that. So you are asking SEO agencies to do something which they cannot do. They don't, just because they don't understand, they're saying we will do it, but 1 year along the line you will realize even if the traffic has gone up 100% from non-brand, there is no impact on it. This acknowledgement from brand side and the importance of people looking for brand search is critical, because then only you will invest in the right zones, and whatever organic traffic you are getting or revenue you are getting is reflection of what you are. Just a concluding thought, I have seen brand search paid campaigns, right? Google paid campaign. I've seen brands making the same mistake even in paid search. I've seen agents, we are managing a few $1 million in search campaigns as of now for different clients globally. I can say with confidence, in some of the campaigns we saw brand keywords in between non-brand campaigns, because agencies want to bluff that overall every campaign is performing well, but actually that's not the case. Things you should care about. Number one, to acknowledge that your brand search is critical for your business. Anything search. Number two, you have to have your analytics teams ready. You should push them to have as much segregation as possible, as sophisticated a model as possible to segment not only traffic but also revenue and also repeat visitors from this brand and non-brand segment. As of now, majority of people are seeing these two things together and making wrong calls. And thank you very much. If you like the content, please like, share our YouTube channel. And if you don't like it, I'm always available for a lovely debate. Thank you very much.